So, in regards to business, like I told you, I'm a personal trainer. How did you, or how can I get a system running?
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. A loaded question means that you package a dozen questions into one. So it's very difficult to answer.
Okay, let me backtrack that. As a new entrepreneur, as a young entrepreneur, right? How do you know what project to accomplish first? How do you know, how do you know how to um, utilize your time, if that's it? Like I have different projects that I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to figure out how to put what on top. You know, is it? I don't know. I can't word myself, but
The reason why I can word myself every time is because I use Thumoslang. Once you master Thumoslang, then you would never run into a situation where you cannot articulate what you're trying to say. Because it takes less than 1,000 concepts to cover everything you need to say in every conversation. So let me answer your, may I ask you to repeat the question again for film editing purpose?
for what would you
Business, about the business. Repeat the
business?
question again about business and project,
Yeah.
so that I can start using this segment and ignore the.
All right. So, what would you advise a young entrepreneur in regards to business and what to prioritize? What should I do first? What should I do second in terms of projects? What project should I focus on first? What project should I, and how do you also create a system for yourself? Like that's a system that will help you get things accomplished, or a system that will help you get clients, a system that helps you move forward towards whatever goal you're trying to achieve. How do you get that? There's something you told me that stayed in me in regards to success. You said success is when you define to me that success is when 55% of a peer group acknowledge you, right? So how do you get to that point? How can I even conceptualize that? Now, I've jammed my words.
I want to clarify that 51%, more than 50%.
More than 50%.
Yes, and also in writing, 51% of your peers have to acknowledge in writing,
Right.
in order for you to claim true success. Otherwise, it's just success in a beer conversation.
Right.
Running a business. When you run a business, instead of saying business, I'm going to use the term company, because I need to use the term business in a different context. So there are two different concepts. On the one hand, you want to run your company. On the other hand, you want to run your business of the self. What is your business of the self? Your business of the self is the company whose mission is your life. So you can swap things around and say running your business and running the company of the self. But it's okay too, but I don't want to label them that way. I want to use company as the mission of your product. Your company is the unit whose mission is your product. Your business of the self is the company whose mission is your life. Do you have any question about these two concepts?
No.
What did you say about system approach? Said,
Yeah.
give me that phrase again. I forget. I want to use your words. So what did you say? You're asking me to give you a
I said,
systematic.
Can you help me with a system in a way that help me in a system that help me funnel myself towards my dream destination?
Okay. So the phrase that you use is systematic approach.
Yeah.
We can use the phrase systematic approach. Your business of the self works exactly the same way as how your company works. Your company works exactly the same way as how your business of the self works. Both can use exactly the same systematic approach to organization, management, leadership, and everything else. If you could master the art of running a company, you master the art of running your business of the self. One of the biggest company.
Yeah.
One of the biggest companies on earth.
It's business.
What are you looking for?
I'm just trying to get I got it. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. No, you good. I got it.
One of the biggest companies on earth is a nation. We have close to 200 nations on earth. Every nation is a company because they have a balance sheet. A nation can be having a financial problems, or a nation may have a surplus.
Yeah.
So the systematic approach to running your country can also be applied to your small company as well as your business of the self. And if you understand history, then you already have the knowledge of how to do the business for your kingdom. Your kingdom, your nation, your country has two companies. The one on the one hand for your product and the other one for your life. So Rwanda, a country in the middle of Africa, few years ago was a baby. A new nation was reborn. So the citizens of Rwanda got together through their representatives were trying to decide if they wanted to run the business of the country like America or like another nation. And their final decision is they don't want to become like the United States of America.
Wow.
They want to become like Singapore. So Rwanda consciously decide that they're going to use the approach of Singapore in running their country. And that's how you make a decision for your small enterprise as well as for your business of the self. They are two different things.
Yeah.
And you have to answer the same question differently, independently. Do you want to run your business of the self? Do you want to run your life the way America does or the way Russia does, for example, or Libya? If you want to run your business of the self like Libya or some small country with only one, like Syria, then you can go anywhere you want because you don't need anyone else to help you to run your business of the self.
Right.
But if you decide that you want your business of the self to be powerful like America, then you have to bring in many things as America did for itself.
Right.
You have to bring in a mentor. You have to bring in you have to develop a constitution.
Right.
You have to introduce check and balance system in your thinking so that you're not destroyed by your self-biased thoughts.
Oh, you said check and balance system in your own thinking?
Yes.
How do you do that? What is that?
We are doing it right now, right here for your life with me because I'm forcing you to answer tough questions like what the heck is focusing if you want to focus? Do you understand what focus means? And that's check and balance to ensure that you know what you're saying.
Wow. Wow.
Without check and balance, you come up with a concept and run with it without realizing that you don't know what the concept means. And so you fail to execute it in full.
Right. That's powerful. That's powerful.
Thank you.
Can you focus on numerous things at the same time?
If there are no conflicts of interest,
How do you feel about change?
you cannot avoid it.
How about going to the unknown?
That's what you do every day as you enter the future.
That's true. I don't know, Nick. You got me thinking. I feel,
Elaborate, think out loud so that you can help viewers.
oh, I need to learn that. I'm a, how can I call that? What do you call that? Introvert thinker? Like when I think, I just get lost in my mind. Because sometimes you might say something little that is, I'm a visual person, okay? I'm clairvoyant, meaning I see things. I like to see pictures in my mind. And when I talk to people, you might just say something so little that just creates a whole synapse connection in my brain. Just start making sense to me, like, oh, whoa, like, yo, what you're saying is true. Like, I gotta, like, just like right now, I'm just trying to, my subconscious mind keep replaying focus, what you just said, saying no. And I'm just replaying my days and saying how many things could I have said no to. You know, if I say no to, because what I've been doing for the past week is that every several weeks I try to challenge myself mentally. I always try to exercise my mental challenge. You know, I always try to my mental toughness. So for this week, what I'm doing for this week is I'm taking cold showers, ice cold showers, every day. And I want to advise anybody watching this to please try ice cold showers. It changes your state of being. It helps you lose weight, actually, which is crazy. It helps you lose weight. It helps your body glow. It gives you your true oil, your true. It helps your body glow. You know, um, cold showers. It ups you up. It gives you that up tempo. You know, it helps eliminate coffee for my caffeine takers. You know, so cold showers, and again, it's good for your mind. You know, because there's a quote that I live by. It goes, "When at peace, be at war, and when at war, be at peace." You know, because when things are good, that's when you need to challenge yourself. You need to challenge your mind. You know, push your mind to doing things that are crazy. I also, since last week, I also every 3 o'clock in the morning, I go to like a park and just walk in pure darkness. I just walk. I try to face my fears. I want to understand what fear is. What is fear? And I want to see it. And I realize that darkness is something beautiful, not something scary. It's just what your mind is telling you because of where you grew up. And I'm trying to understand the mind. I'm trying to understand my limitation. I'm trying to push myself beyond my own belief system and see what is freedom. You know, for you to be free, you gotta release yourself from bondage. And I'm just trying to release myself from bondages. But I don't know if I went through Galaxy.
What is your educational background?
What's my educational background? I'm a college degree. I'm a bachelor candidate right here. I graduated college. I did college. I graduated college 2016.
A degree in what?
Finance.
How old are you?
25.
You have enough knowledge. Stop learning. Because you spend so much time for learning to get more and more knowledge. That's why you don't have enough time for your business of yourself and your company and your country. If you don't have enough knowledge, someone with a degree from college, if you don't have enough knowledge from someone who is 25 years old, then are you telling me that your son with a college degree at the age of 25 will still need a lot of parenting from you?
Wait, rephrase that again. Say that again.
When your son in the future,
Yeah.
when he graduates from college, and when he's 25, a 25 years old son with a college degree, do you think he will still need parenting from you?
Not parenting, but life guidance. Yeah.
That is so messed up. Because in that case, most of us don't know what we're doing because we don't know when to stop parenting on the one hand. On the other hand, we don't know when we are done with growing up.
I don't believe that you ever done growing up though.
Then you will always live life of a child.
But when you say growing up, what do you mean?
Meaning that it's time to create shit. Stop learning.
Uh,
Stop discovering yourself. Life is not about discovering yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I did not say that. That is from a Nobel Prize winner from Ireland 150 years ago. His name is uh, Sean Bernard. So I forget his name, but I will fix it in the video. Anyway, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So stop learning, start creating. And if you don't understand how to create yourself, that's a different problem. I can help you with that. But stop wasting your time finding yourself. You've done enough of education and learning, and you're a father. Stop acting like you're a child, a
yeah,
student.
yeah. Big talk. That's true. So my next question to you now is, I think you just hit the nail on the head. I think you just hit the nail on the head. At first, I was a little skeptical about what you said about stop discovering yourself, start creating yourself. That's a good saying, it's a powerful saying, but at the same time, we got to be careful about that saying because you can't create what you don't discover, you know. And for you to truly, like you say, like I said, you can never stop growing up as a person because growing up to me, I don't mean age-wise, like oh 25, 26. I don't mean that. I mean evolution of the consciousness, you know. For you to grow, your consciousness has to evolve, you know, and your consciousness will always keep on evolving because that's who you are. You are here to evolve, you know. And the more you evolve, you keep meeting different parts of yourself as you keep growing. That's why I say you can never stop growing, you know. So when you say you got to discover yourself, you got to understand the mechanics of how your mind works. You know, that's what discovering is to me. Because if I have fear, if fear is a limitation in my life, I cannot create anything. No matter how go, 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 go. I can go, 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 go. But if I'm not confident from within myself, and confidence comes from knowing thyself, you know. But knowing thyself, you got to discover who you are. You got to put yourself through, you got to understand there's so many things, there's something called neuro-linguistic programming. You know, you've been programmed all your whole life, and now it's time for us to know who are we? What is our own decision, or what is still my parents' programming running through my mind? So for me to discover that, I need to I need to deprogram myself from my parents' programming. And how do you do that? By facing your fears, seeing your limitations, seeing the limitations in your life. Who created those limitations? Then when you erase those limitations, to me, that's when I believe that one is ready to create a life. You know, because if you still have limitations running through your programming, you cannot successfully create a real life. That's what I believe, you know. But that's why I said when you told me about when you mentioned how to create, or you need to learn how to create yourself. That's what I'm very curious
I
now
did
to
not say learn how to create. That's learning.
create yourself, create your life.
Stop finding yourself. Stop learning. Start creating.
Elaborate that. on that.
Thank you for saying that. If you want to create a product, what is the first step?
Knowing the product.
I couldn't hear you.
Knowing the product or have an idea of what product you're trying to create. Have a vision of the product.
That's not enough. 99% of people have ideas about their products, but their products never hit the drawing board, let alone go into the market.
Yeah.
So the first step is not about that, because you have a notion of the product already in your mind. The question is, what is the first steps once you have a vague idea of
Write it
what your
down.
product is? Same difference. What's the first step after that?
I don't know. Tell me.
Okay. Thank you for being productive in this conversation by saying I don't know, so that I can get to the answer quickly rather than
Yeah.
hearing you taking me to another galaxy again. The first step in building a nation, the first step in creating your company, the first step in running your business of yourself are exactly the same. Create a check and balance system in your decision making process. For your company, you need to have a business partner. For your business of yourself, you need to have a mentor. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, everyone had a mentor. To build a nation, you need to bring people from various states together, various regions of your country together. So the first step is to build up your group, because you are enemy number one of your own kingdom, thanks to your self-biased thoughts, thanks to the thinking that influenced by a single mind without any check and balance, who thinks they know it all, do not need other people involved. Tell me who your friends are. Tell me who your peers are. Tell me who your partners are. I will tell you if you have a chance to succeed in building that nation, that company, that business of yourself. By yourself, I don't need to waste my time talking with you, because it's a total disaster.
Keep going. I'm listening.
You have to ask questions, because I finished disclosing and I don't hear your acknowledgement, so I don't know if you got my disclosure or not.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm just immersed in it. I'm just so focused on what you're saying.
But I don't know how much you got it. This is a conversation, not a lecture.
Okay. All right, cool.
Because I respect your intelligence. I don't treat you like a kid in school.
I mean, based on what you just said, so that means the first step for you to create your one self.
Say that again?
So the first step for us to create oneself, we need a mentor
Not oneself.
to create.
Yourself exists already.
No,
It's your business of the self.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You
I'm
have to
sorry.
use the whole phrase, otherwise you have a different meaning.
Okay. For you to create your business of the self, you need a mentor.
Or an independent mind, to be somebody that is interested in your future. If you don't have anybody caring for your future, then your future is based on self-biased thoughts. And self-biased thoughts are enemy number one for every business of the self, because there are no checks and balance.
But I agree to disagree, because you have to elaborate a little bit on that. When you say
We saw the example of focusing. You try to focus without understanding what focusing exactly means in practice. So there are 500 different concepts, and you think you know it all, and you practice it wrongly without knowing it, and that's why you're enemy number one of your business of the self, because you think that you know it all. You are the king of your kingdom, and nobody can override your decision. There's no veto of your decision. So all your decisions are always correct, and that decision making process is enemy number one. Because nobody else in your kingdom has a chance to object, because there's none. And that's how nations fail. That's how companies fail. And that's how business of the self has no chance to start.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah. I agree. So after a mentor, what's next in building business of self?
The second step is to adopt an official language. America almost decided to speak German. Because of one vote, we decided to use English. It took the majority with only one vote extra for America to decide to use English instead of German in the beginning. If citizens in a nation do not understand each other, then even if you have the greatest government, you cannot communicate to your citizens. So even if your mentor is a Superman, the mentor cannot help you if you and the mentor do not understand each other, or do not Every time when you begin with a conversation, you argue about the meaning of terms.
Yeah.
Therefore, the second step to do your nation things, or to do your companies, or to do your business of the self is to adopt an official nomenclature. And if I were to be your mentor, then I suggest Thumoslang. So that every conversation is more productive than the previous one. So that we never go back and argue for the fifth times the meaning of a term that we already argued days ago,
Yeah.
weeks ago, months ago. That's why husband and wives have an argument every month, because they don't remember the agreement on the meaning of certain term.
Well, you are my mentor, so Thumoslang is what I need to know.
The third step, after you have decided to adopt the official nomenclature, is to use it. And the first use for Thumoslang must be on the thing you want to focus. What do you want to focus on?
That's my question.
Yeah. And Steve Jobs had the answer for that already. For humanity, Steve Jobs has the answer to that question, what you should be focusing on
What is
for
it?
your business of the self. In 2005, in front of many graduates from Stanford University, Steve Jobs gave them a famous speech. And at the end of the second most important sentence in that speech is 6 words. And those 6 words are the answer to the question, what your business of the self should always, every day, for the rest of your life, be focusing on. The 6 words are what you truly want to become.
As soon as you said that, right, I felt like I had rush of energy from my gut just travel to my brain. I just had it's like a tingling sensation kind of, because that brings me to what I said earlier about how do you the systems of what to focus on, because I have successfully narrowed myself down to 3 things that I do every day, and this is what I want to be. I want to become a speaker. I want to become. I'm a person. I speak. Speak every day. I box every day because I want to become a boxer too, a professional boxer. I box every day, and I train every day. So personal trainer. So these are the three things I do every day. But what do I want to be? What one is it? I don't know, because boxing to me, when I become a boxer, it gives me a platform to speak. And while being a boxer, I can also train. But I don't know which one is it to really focus on. That's why I'm here to talk to you about focus. Like, what is it? What? How do you know the one? Or can you focus on three different things? That's what I said. Can you focus on numerous things at the same time? You know.
What I've just heard is only an expression of 1/5 of what you truly want to become.
Wow.
Whether it's one or two or three things is not important. The number is not important. The number of things you want to include is not important. What's important is that everything that you stated covers only 1/5 of what you truly want to become.
Then where's the rest?
If you want to run your business of the self professionally,
Yeah.
you need to organize it.
Wow.
Do you know how to organize a group, a company, a nation?
To be honest, organization has been my problem.
If you cannot organize, you don't know how to run things. That's why you're all over the places.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to organize your business of the self, watch and monitor what you do for 1 week, 1 month, every hour, and classify each activity, each hour. You don't have to do it by the second or by the minute, but every hour. Did I spend an hour for my relationships? Did I spend an hour for my career? Did I spend an hour with Netflix? Did I spend an hour with iPhone? And after you categorize all your activities in the week, in the month, then you will see that they all fall into 5 departments.
What are they?
Hardcore. Do you know how to spell hardcore?
Hardcore?
Yeah, hardcore.
HARDCORE? Is that what you said?
Louder, please.
HARDCORE? Hardcore?
Correct. Spell it again without the vowels.
Without the vowels in it?
Yes.
R.
The first consonant is what? H. Hard.
Oh, yeah.
Try again.
Oh, yeah. H. R. D. C. R.
Correct. Those are the initial 5 departments of your business of the self. H is for health. The first R is for relations. I did not say relationships. The name of your second department is not the relationships department. It's the relations department. The third department is your dreams, the dreams department. The fourth one, C for career. And the second R, the last one, is retirement. And if right now, if you close your eyes and recall all the activities that you did in the last 1 week, or 1 month, or the last 12 months, you will see that you would have a hard time. It's nearly impossible for you to recall anything that you did in the last 1 week, 1 month, or even 1 year that would fall outside of these 5 departments.
That's true.
And once you have your business of the self organized, you can run it professionally. If you want to have a full expression of what you truly want to become, then you have to answer 5 basic questions. And so far, in this conversation, you only answer 1 of the 5 questions. What's ideal for your career? You did not answer the other 4 questions. What's ideal for your health? What's ideal for your relations? What's ideal for your dreams? What's ideal for your retirement? After you answer those 5 basic questions, you have a full expression of what you truly want to become. And once you have a full expression of what you truly want to become, you know what to focus on for your business of the self in full.
It's powerful. Yeah. That's good.
More. Elaborate. Viewers don't understand what's in your mind when you say all of those things.
Yeah.
Powerfulness. Elaborate so that viewers understand what's going on in your mind.
First and foremost, you brought my awareness to these 5 departments, and I started checking them off, like health. What is my ideal health? What does it look like? You know, what's my ideal weight size? You know, and I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, so that would help me narrow. If I get my ideal weight size, it's gonna help me narrow down what I need to eat or what I don't need to eat. Right? What I need to focus on food. And if I'm guessing the R, the next one, the R, which is for R is next though, right? Okay. The first R is not retirement. What
Relations.
Is it? Relations, you know. And I know relation is not relationship. It's relations to the relationship, right? So my relations is like I'm you have me think about what have I really done with my family? What have I done with my son? What have I done with my
Let me ask you this question so that I bring you back to Earth and not letting you running away to another galaxy again. Is this what you truly want to become? A Bruce Lee whose son does not know you and therefore cannot love you?
wait, say that one more time. A Bruce Lee whose son doesn't know him and cannot love him? A Bruce Lee whose son doesn't know him and cannot love him? Hell no, I don't want to become that.
Then don't run away from him to another state.
Oh no 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 I will not leaving my son no moving to another state. It's because of career wise. It's not for
Exactly. And that's how many centers help children who do not like them. To become scientists, you have to say no to everything else, including your family. You cannot become Einstein if you are a good father.
say that one more time.
You cannot become an Einstein if you're too busy with your family.
So to become your greatest version, you got to become a Bruce Lee. Whose
I
son?
did not say that.
Oh,
I'm saying that if you want to become a Bruce Lee, then you may not have a son that knows you or likes you or loves
wow.
you. You cannot become a perfect father and a perfect boxer at the same time, is what I'm trying to tell you. And what you truly want to become has to be the definition of where that balance is. Do you want to make it 50-50? Halfway decent father, halfway decent boxer? Or do you want to make it 100% the best in the universe boxer and zero fathering? That balance is what defines each of us. Some people say, what I truly want to become is 70% for my career and 30% for my family. There's no wrong answer. The question is, where do you want to be on that scale? But that's not the only scale. There are a dozen other scales like that. And once you pick those positions, the combination of these selections express what you truly want to become in full. Then you know exactly how to focus on what you want to focus on.
Yeah, I'm lost of words. I'm just yeah. That's, oh, that's deep. Because
Keep elaborating for viewers, please, because this is important for viewers to understand what went on in your mind in details, please.
what went on, I should have once you're done. I should when you explained that you had me in my mind like designating different percentages and asking myself truthfully, like what is it? You know, like in the scale of all the stuff I'm doing, like where's getting my most attention, you know? In boxing, I stay in the gym for 5-6 hours a day, you know. If I look at that, I'm trying to see how can I balance in relation to the other things I'm trying to do. I read for 4 hours. Okay, so I'll say that's 10 hours right there. My day is gone. Reading meaning meditating and other stuff. Then I built my son. Me and my son, we spent a chunk of hours together. But after that, I'm like, what else? That's pretty much what I do. That's pretty much what I do. But it's not. And I'm just looking at the balance. I'm looking at the things that I still want to create, and I'm realizing that, oh, well, maybe I'm not putting. Maybe I've not come to terms with. Okay, it's okay to be a 80% dad, and it's okay to be 100%. It's okay to be. I should just make a decision of what scale I want to be, what number I want to be on the scale, and just take it, and just know that that's how much my energy can give in this lifetime based on what I'm trying to do. Is it greedy? I don't think so. I think it's based on your calling. It's based on whatever you're trying to really create. And you just have me just like see it in compartments versus a whole reality of like what the fuck is going on. Like seeing it in compartments breaks it, like gives you that okay, like you can chill a little bit. Like but it's still your decision though. But you still decide how many you want and you're gonna live with that. Whatever you designate, that's dope. That's dope to put it in that fashion, But you're not still telling the person what to do. You're just telling them, hey, this is how you're supposed to arrange it.
That is why Thumoslang is powerful. Thumoslang is powerful because it's a language, not a philosophy.
Mm.
Thumoslang tells you how to express. It doesn't tell you what to do.
Right.
And that is the philosophy of Thumoslang. To be a language, not to be a set of rules.
To be a language, not to be a set of rules.
That's the philosophy of Thumoslang.
That's powerful. That's gangster. Yeah, that's gangster.
I don't tell you how to run your company.
Yeah.
I tell you how to organize it.
That's gangster. That's good. I like that. That's
Thumoslang doesn't tell you how to run your business of the self. It tells you how to express your ideal self.
So you stopped at the third version of how to create your business self. What else? The third one was use it. You said the first one was find a mentor. The second one was
The second step is adopting a language.
adopting the language and using the language.
Yes.
Yeah, that's is that or is that more?
The first step is set up your group. Once you have a group, you need to have a nomenclature. Once you have the nomenclature, use it to express what you need to focus on.
Right. Yeah.
And after you know what you need to focus on, what I truly want to become is a halfway decent boxer and a halfway decent father. I don't need to be perfect, but I need to make a living and I need to have love for my family. That is totally acceptable answer for most of us. Once I have the full expression of what I truly want to become, the fourth step is to say no to everything else. That's why the most important sentence in the famous speech that Steve Jobs gave to Stanford graduates in 2005 comes right after The second most important sentence that's ended with the 6 words that I told you. And it has only 4 words. The most important sentence in that speech has only 4 words. And it comes right after those 6. What you truly want to become, period. To end the second most important sentence. Now, the most important sentence. Everything else is secondary.
So you don't designate that much time to secondary. So you don't designate that much time to secondary. 0 time.
Say no to,
Okay.
to everything else if you want to focus on what you truly want to become.
And what you want to become, you designate the amount of energy you want to put to it. Like boxing, teaching, this, you can decide.
That's not the right expression. The right expression is the position on the scale.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like position.
Okay.
Yeah, like scale. You designate whatever you want to. Yeah.
Yes.
And you got to live by it because you designate that.
Yes. The balance among all the conflicts of interest of the 5 departments in your business of the self have to be expressed in full.
In full.
In order for you to focus what you truly want to become. Otherwise, you only focus on one department but not the others.
Health. Relation. Career.
Dreams before that.
No, dreams. Career. Then retirement.
What's ideal in each?
Career. Entrepreneurship. Is that a career? Or is that a dream?
99% of my mentees are confused about the difference between these 2 departments. If the hour does not apply to your next paycheck, that hour does not apply to your career department.
Slow down. Say it again.
What did you do in the last 1 hour? If the last hour has nothing to do with your next paycheck,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with your career department. Then it belongs to your dreams department. The reason why you don't have a big paycheck because most of your hours are spent in your dreams department. The reason why your parenting sucks because most of your hours are spent in your health department,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah. I'll take it. That's crazy. And that's crazy. And at the same time, it hurts because we are in this life without really knowing how this life truly works, how our mind truly works, because to be honest, with everything you just said in regards to the compartments and the business self,
Business of the self.
business of the self, even just saying that alone and just making me visualize that alone has helped me save energy. You know, it's helped me save energy. You know, it's helped my body like, whoa. It helped me feel more not in control, but more relaxed. You know, because now I'm becoming more conscious. Like, oh, this is what it is. This is what's going on. You're making me more conscious. Like, whoa. But again, it hurts because we've been living life without today. We've been living life trying to understand because our life is like a movie and we don't know what's really going on. And there's so much going on in our mind that it sucks because we don't get taught this, you know, they don't teach you this, you know. So, but I'm glad I heard this. It's big. It's big. It's big. You know?
Thumoslang is how I'm going to bring humanity from level 1.0 to
2.0.
level 2.0.
I'll be there with you. Because this is real.
And today, you have a foretaste of it.
This is real. This is crazy. Our viewers out there, I'll tell you guys, man, you got to think about a compartment of business of self because of it's real. You really helped me even just hearing it, making me think, making me visualize and put things in the box in my folder. It's like, whoa, that's powerful, you know. And I'll definitely apply that because now this helps narrow things down for me because I'm a person that the more I narrow things down, the more the more I can focus, I get more clarity, you know. So that's big. Now, thank you. This is huge.
Do you know how I focused my efforts in this conversation?
How did you focus your effort in this conversation?
Always remember what brought you here. To move or not to move away from this state. This conversation must always come back to that question. Because that's why we started this conversation in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
And that's how you know when the conversation is over. This conversation is not over until you have the final decision on that question. To move or not to move away from your family. You cannot answer that question correctly without having a full expression of what you truly want to become.
Yeah.
Do you begin to see why? Thumoslang is not easy to swing.
Yeah.
Everything is defined, but using Thumoslang is not the same as learning the definition of every term in the language.
Yeah.
And that's why you need to have a mentor to help you to develop this expression of your ideal self in writing. Because until you have that expression in writing, nobody knows how to love you. If I want to love you, I must know how to respect you. If I want to know how to respect you, I must know how to avoid interfering with your life. If I want to know how to avoid interfering with your life, I must know what your ideals are in each and every department of your business of the self. But because you never publish it, so I don't know, and therefore I cannot love you appropriately. And that's why love sucks every time for everyone.
You done did it again now, Nick. You did it again.
Elaborate.
Um,
Viewers need your help to understand what's going on in your head.
you just had me thinking about my relationship. You had me thinking about, whoa, like how cool would it be actually sitting down with my girl and asking her like, yo, you truly write down your business of self and write down this compartment. Let me really see where you want to go. Let me really see how to avoid interference. How can I avoid interfering with your life? How can I truly love you? But if I don't really know hard desires, because it's so true, because we don't know, because if I don't even know about myself, how do I know about hers? So right now you have me thinking now like there's got to be a practice that we got to do. Like we have, I think every 3 to 6 months, come back and see what has changed in the compartment. What has changed, what is still stagnant. I mean, I got to introduce this to my son. He's 2, but that doesn't mean nothing. I've introduced it to him too, because I want to understand him too. Understand what is he trying to go? Because we can try to create someone else's future, but he might have something completely different going on in his mind. So I think it's going to be good helping him build himself. But Nick, just keep dropping the gems, man. Just keep dropping the knowledge. You got it. Thumoslang, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's what's up. Like, yeah, keep it going. I'm listening. Yeah, I can't even. I just want
Respect is not enough. That's only one element of love. When you walk, you do 3 elements of walk. Point your leg, shift your leg, and drop your leg. If you fail to execute the second element of walk, for example, you don't shift your leg, you only point and drop your leg. The result is not that of walking. If you executed only the first and the third element of walk, point, drop your legs, the result is that of walking in place.
to.
If you don't know how to discharge all 4 elements of love, one of which is respect, and respect is difficult enough, the result is not that of love. So just because you understand someone else's ideals in life, it doesn't mean that you can love that person fully, because respect is not enough.
What's next?
Not for this conversation. I have to say no to that question, because that has nothing to do with the focus of this conversation, to move or not to move away from Rhode Island. Focus. And that's how I respect your time and mine in this conversation.
Well, with this new information I got from Thumoslang, I have to go back home and write down everything else. Then properly sit down and ask myself now, what do I want to do? And what am I willing to live with? But this definitely helped me. This definitely helped me being able to put everything down, have a plan of how am I going to attack this big milestone that's about to come in my life, you know. So I'm very thankful, you know. All right, for CTV for giving me the chance, you know. I'm thankful, you know. I'm thankful for you spending time helping me out with this challenge. And I would definitely put everything you told me to practice, and I'll come back and give you my result next time we talk. Viewers, listeners, I want you guys to please put in practice everything he said. Um, I know you guys are just as blown as I am, but we're gonna help. We're gonna keep going. Yeah.
Very good.
Well, Nick, one more thing. I want to become. I want to learn how to become a good speaker.
Speak Thumoslang. So that you're not rambling.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. When you told me about that time and place, I started thinking about it. I'm like, yo, if I say something, let me think about time and place. Yeah, that's kind of good. That's good.
Have you ever been into any conversation that is efficient as this one?
No. Yeah, I gotta get that book. I gotta get that book, Dave.
$72.
I gotta get that book. How big is it?
Very thin.
Yeah. All right. I got it.
Maybe that's what you need to do. Get that book first before you practice what you say you're going to do at home. Because you need to nail Thumoslang and use Thumoslang in your writing.
I'll get that
Because
book.
you have to be able to define each and every word in your expression of your ideal self. And if you cannot define each concept, you don't know how to practice it.
I'll definitely get that book today. You the man. Appreciate. Are you hungry? Come on, let's go get something to eat.
Sure.